64-bit legends. Welcome.
Legend of the game, like GoldenEye, I'm more than right.
Yeah.
The perfect dark is dreams that seem to come to life. 64-bit, the shit, it's as real as it gets. We can talk sports, games, and music, take your pick. Point with the news, pull up and crack a brew. Smoke one with the crew, tune in and take a view.
Watch.
We here to raise the bar from the lowest mark. Sit your ass down and listen, it's time for the show to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yes.
I am Bobby Caboose. This is Melvin Troy. We are the 64-bit legends. If you forgot, well, there's your reminder. Because we haven't recorded an episode since we did the whole Pigeon versus Cosby deal.
I
and I don't even know.
that.
I kind of forgot. I know there's a bunch of Cosbys coming, and Pigeon is the only one that can save the world or something. I don't know. Go back and listen to it. It's been a while. When I looked up the last episode that we actually recorded, that made me smile.
I forgot about that. Yeah, and so we've had a few things happen. We've gone to SummerSlam. I've lost my voice. I'm
getting a dog.
Yeah, I might get a cat. All these things are just happening.
I think this is a good like footnote that the summers are busy. So we do apologize for not putting out an episode. Like, I mean, between the two of us, I think we have something going on every fucking weekend.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I mean,
especially the last month and a half.
Yeah, we've been trying to schedule a time. I mean, like the last couple weeks to record, and something just comes up.
Yeah.
Where
I was just sick last week.
Yeah.
It's still lingering, but no, we're here, ready to do this. And today
I would see this was an idea for last month, right?
Yeah.
It is August. Summer's winding down quicker and quicker as the years pass by. I can't believe it's almost September, by the way.
I know.
It's fucking nuts. But so my birthday is in July. I just turned 36. Actually now I am 36 and 1/12. So, you know, if you want to send your birthday gifts, belated birthday gifts over to me, DM me. But my sister always gets me some unique gifts, right?
Yeah.
So I get this Amazon package, and I open it up, and on top there is a bunch of Jesus stickers.
Oh, nice.
And for anyone that like really, really knows me, I have like a phobia of stickers. Like I just don't like them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like them being on me. Like you remember, like as a kid, like people would like put a sticker on your back or like. I don't like it. Like I just don't like the feeling, and I just don't like stickers. They weird me out. Like, I just never liked them. So there's a bunch of Jesus stickers on there because my godmother is a crazy Jesus freak.
Okay.
And we always just laugh about it. And she's fucking nuts. I haven't seen her in years, and probably close to never seeing her again. Okay. But anyway, so underneath the Jesus stickers. Well, on the bottom, there was a gift wrapped. I don't want to get into what we're going to go through today yet.
Okay.
So on the bottom, there was actually a gift wrapped. So I unwrap it, and it's fucking Crossfire, the board game.
Really?
So
did you get caught up in it?
Yeah, dude, just like Cock Davis.
Oh, wow.
Like, you get caught up in it. Dude, like, it's still on my fucking kitchen table. So big score there. Haven't opened it. I don't think I'll ever open it. I don't know. Maybe we could do it on stream.
Is it still sealed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's like, now is this an original one or is this a newer version?
I believe it's an original one because the kids on there look very 90s.
Okay, got it.
So, but maybe we can play it on stream.
That would be good.
I mean, I just thought of that.
Yeah.
Get it caught up in it. You got a smoke machine. We can have the whole.
Do.
We could remake the commercial.
We got the lights. Got some laser lights in here.
So in between the sandwich of the Jesus sticker and the Crossfire, shout out to Cock Davis. There was. I was born in 1987.
Okay.
You were a year older than me, so you're 86. Well, my sister got me a Playboy from July of 1987.
Oh, okay.
It cost $3.50 at the time.
That's pretty cheap, honestly.
Playboy Entertainment for Men. It's got what looks like the what is it? The Two Live Crew.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
Kind of.
With the ass.
Yeah, with the ass
Yeah,
cover.
It's a girl pulling up, because this is before thongs were really like popular. She's pulling up her bathing suit up her ass cheeks.
Yeah. So it says beach party, 20 pages of sun, surf, and sex. There's a small talk, or it's not small, smart talk. With Wade Boggs.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a baseball player.
Oh.
Gary Shandling. I don't know who Gary Shandling
Gary
is.
Shandling, he did the Larry Sanders Show. If you've seen a picture of him, you'd
Okay. Little Richard.
Really?
The Beastie Boys, and then Going for Gotti, Why the Godfather Walked. So I'm guessing he got off.
Yeah, this must have been when he got up. This is Gary Shandling. This guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've seen
I
that
know.
guy.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's dead now, but
So the first page, when you open this thing up, is literally a fold out of a cigarette ad.
is that Marlboro?
It's Winston.
Winston, wow.
But look at all these people, and they're playing baseball, they're kayaking, or not kayaking, whitewater rafting, fishing. They're on a farm. They're having a picnic. One dude's just holding a chick in his arms.
Do any of these people have a cigarette going?
Yes, they all have cigarettes in their mouth.
Oh,
by the
really?
way. At least one person in each photo has a cigarette somewhere.
All right. I'll give it that.
So smoking, smoking a big thing. Nowadays, I could see that with vape.
Now, this next page over here, though, what is that a malt? I thought that was Marlboro, but a Marlboro beer. What is that?
This is Michelob.
Oh, Michelob.
It's a Michelob.
That's what I'm confused
There's beer and there's Michelob. The difference is day and night.
Honestly, there is. I was a big fan of Michelob Light when I drank beer. So
I didn't know that. I wasn't unaware because I've never seen you drink a Michelob Light in my life.
Well, because it's pricier, and I typically would drink Bud Light. But if I felt fancy, I'd go Michelob Light.
So the first thing after the article is clearly AIDS is on a lot of minds.
Really?
So
yeah, what's going on with AIDS?
They have a bunch of people, which I'm guessing they all have AIDS.
Let me see.
It's called the. Nope.
Oh, you ripped out the Winston ad.
I ripped out the Winston ad
Damn.
on accident. So it says Playbill, and I don't know if that's like a normal.
So this is clearly AIDS is on a lot of people in life, but they have deadly press panic button. This has a great impact on our sexual behaviors.
There is one thing that I caught in there that I would like to share with the audience. I think it's part of that because they talk about it, this is the first time I flipped through it. I flipped through it maybe right before we went on air just to see what we were getting into.
Right.
But if I can find it real quick, I think it's here. Yeah. So theoretically. Again, this is when did Ryan White die? 86.
Let's take a look here. Ryan White. He was the kid who got the transfusion.
Yes, and he was kind of the one that
you were like, oh, it's not just for homosexuals.
Yeah, it mainstreamed it.
Died in 1990. So
okay.
This is before he.
So I think he got AIDS in 86, maybe.
Let's see. I got his Wikipedia up right here. He got AIDS in June 30th, 1985.
Okay. So I was pretty close. But so AIDS is relatively new. They don't really know how it's transferred yet. They have an idea, but it says if person A has AIDS, the virus may be present in that person's blood, saliva, nasal mucus, tears, earwax, sweat, breast milk, sperm, seminal fluids, vaginal secretions, menstrual blood, urine, and fecal matter. So
that's interesting because that sounds terrifying if that was true today. Because I believe it's just blood.
Yes. So
that no wonder people were so scared of that fucking thing. I didn't even know that.
The producer Mo, if you remember the producer Mo that was on an episode of and he produces all of our shows.
Yeah.
He was telling me, because he's 9 years older than us.
Okay.
He was telling me, when he was going to school, they were like, do not have sex at all. You will get AIDS.
Yeah. If it's all of that.
Yes. So there was this is still very early stages, and I was actually surprised that that's like the first page. But I'm guessing all these people that are pictured have had AIDS. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I don't know why you'd put a bunch. I'm gonna be honest.
This guy looks like he should have.
Oh, that guy's definitely got AIDS. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You have an article about AIDS, and my picture's next to it. What are you gonna think?
Right.
I got AIDS. You're not gonna put my face like this is a healthy individual. That's. What if that's the case? It's like all these people don't have AIDS, by the way.
Everyone else does.
Yeah.
These are our saviors.
I would be so pissed if I was on that. I'd be like, why did you pick me?
So, we kind of talked before, like, I never owned a Playboy. I don't know if I've ever even looked through a Playboy. I've seen the covers and the centerfolds and shit. But flipping through this, I mean, you can, like, there's aviators.
Playboy was a very mainstream type of porno mag. Because it was basically just nudity.
Yeah.
It was, now growing up, my first porno magazine that I ever stumbled across was a Penthouse. Now, Penthouse was a little bit raunchier, just a little. I'll never forget the two things that stood out to me. I was probably about maybe like somewhere between 8 and 10. And I remember opening it up. The first thing that stood out to me was pubic hair.
Yeah.
Women's pubic hair, which was like, I was kind of repulsed at first because now, in all fairness, as a child, as about 8 years old, the only other vagina that I've ever seen was other girls at like,
Daycare or something.
Playground, whatever type of shit. Because anyway, without going into detail, that's just, at 8 years old, that's all you're seeing. So you don't think, and I don't have any on me at 8. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what is all this? This is kind of like gross. And then I'll never forget one of the first few pornographic images that I ever saw was in this Penthouse. And this girl was on her knees with her back arched, and she was spreading her lips out, and she was pissing like an arc and into a cup like that's in front of her. It was very impressive. And I was like, wow, I didn't know people want to see that. Like, that's
a
crazy
whole
to me.
nother beer pong level.
Yeah. And then there's that. And then you have, it was years later, I found a Hustler. Now, let me tell you about Dirty. That, my friend, that is something where your centerfold is just a close-up of a vagina being just opened up. Like, you're like a fucking gynecologist looking into that thing.
They're on their stirrups?
They're on, yeah, it's just all spread out. And then there's like some other dude's dick. Like, you're seeing like penetration shots. It was way too much. It actually was disgusting to me at like 11 when I found that in the woods. Of course, you find that shit in the woods.
Well, so we're both in our mid 30s now, getting up to the late 30s. So if, to get rid of that beer belly, they do advertise the stomach eliminator.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It is the original 3-spring stomach exerciser for travelers, health enthusiasts, and active men and women. In the last 12 months, we sold over 500,000 of this quality stomach exerciser, and no wonder the stomach eliminator weighs less than 2 pounds. It truly works for men and women in reducing their stomach. It can be used almost anywhere you are, and it costs less than $20.
Well, and it looks like it's just basically a big bungee cord.
Yes. So it wraps around your feet, and there's cords on it, and you just you row. I'm guessing you row. But that 10 minutes a day, and your pot belly will be on. So it uses new high-tech design and everything. Dude, this, and then there's a page full of aviators. One's called the Girl Watcher. I'm sure that it's...
Ooh, the Girl Watcher.
It actually... So it's one of those pairs of glasses where, like, you can't see their eyes, but you can just see a reflection.
Oh, like the cop in Terminator 2.
Yeah, so that one's only $19.95.
That's pretty good for glasses.
Yeah, so... just
a lot of ads. I'm noticing,
dude. A lot.
You're
of
like
ads.
5 pages deep. I've not seen one naked lady.
Oh,
yet.
you'll be surprised when it comes. Like, it's page 70.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that point when we got to that, but like, it's like page 70. I was flipping through, like I said, for the first time.
Yeah, what kind of technology is that? Is that a radar detector?
This is introducing the Vixen 3. No other radar detector is this convenient and easy to use. Dude, this looks like a fucking brick.
I recognize that picture because I had an aunt and uncle that up until a few years ago had one of those things.
I mean, they were probably built to last.
This thing would beep like crazy.
It says the slyest fox of them all.
But now they got the laser guns, so that doesn't detect anything.
So, next in the Playboy is Dear Playboy. I don't know. That's got to be like a segment that they have.
Oh, yeah. Isn't there like this is like people
writing in, it looks like.
Yeah, what kind of...
Testicular testimony.
Ooh, okay. What's this about?
All right. I have just read and enjoyed Playing Soldier. Playboy April. This is the Playboy from April. Fred Reed's article on Soldier of Fortune magazine. As a fellow SOF alum, I would like to point out a couple things that Fred left out. The Wild West atmosphere is necessary to sell the magazine, just as the Playmates are necessary to sell yours. But there are many serious articles in SOF. I thought this was about his dick or something.
It sounds like, it's Soldier of Fortune magazine.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, it just popped right up. What is this?
Talking about the Civil War and shit.
Is it? Is that what this is? Soldier of Fortune magazine. It's no longer... It doesn't exist anymore, it says. It is a journal of professional adventurers. Really? So it's just... So instead of like... Well, because again, I guess, social media and all that, the internet, if you want to learn about lifestyle, you have to buy it in a magazine. So it's like, hey, listen, you're going to buy a Playboy to look at ladies, and you're going to buy Soldier of Fortune and read about, the cover of this one is about fighting shotguns, the Mossberg and the Kalashnikov. Hold or Die, the siege of an LOC. Pray and Spray, Colombia's coke-bustin' Broncos, Albania's Ruby Ridge, and Soldier of Fortune, Clinton's end-run gun ban. It's a gun magazine.
Oh, okay. Sam W.O. is probably registered to it.
He is a Soldier of Fortune.
But so, okay, I'm on page 14 now.
Okay.
This is our second cigarette ad, and it's for Merit Filter. Merit Filter and Merit Menthol.
I've heard of it, but
I've never heard of Merit. But on
the old man shit.
Get the flavor of these leading brands, but less tar. And it names Winston, Cool, Kent, Salem, and Camel. Break away to Merit. And they're on a boat. They're looking like they're having a good time.
That's what I'm always thinking about. I was like, thank I got this cigarette so I can buy a boat.
Or thanks, I got this cigarette so I can go on my boat and actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Playboy After Hours is next. This is more of just, I don't know what kind of, like, these aren't people like just writing in. This is just shit like just seems like random kind of small articles. This is the person who I thought was Princess Di.
She kind of does look.
She
like
looks
her.
exactly like Princess Di, but she's getting all an American, like a American bow tie, and then she's got suspenders over her nips. Her name is maybe they don't have a name. Maybe it is her.
Maybe,
but I don't think she'd be wearing American flag shit.
No, that's not her. It looks a lot like her.
It looks just like her.
Because I was going to say Photoshop, but they didn't have Photoshop back then.
Right.
So that's not... Yeah, this cigarette ad is intense.
I know, dude, and it's right at the fucking beginning, and half of it ripped out.
Yeah, what is... Oh, this is so you can order your next Playboy.
Yeah, one of those index cards.
Yeah.
That old magazines used to do. There. All right, so we're going to continue on.
It's the closest thing to nudity so far I've seen.
Yeah, I know. So there's music. They have something on Charles M. Young, who I don't know who it is. Vic
Murphy?
I wish. Vic Garbarini?
I don't know.
Something about U2 and their album, The Joshua Tree.
Oh, this was. I bet Joshua Tree came out. This must be all the hit, like the hit stuff.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
They have Nelson George, and Robert Christgau. Christgau. Oh, and then a guest shot of Elizabeth Pena. I don't know who any of these people are.
I know U2. That's all I know.
And U2, I saw it on the first line. And then we have an ad for Blue Nun. What the hell's Blue Nun? Is it wine?
It looks like it's an alcohol. Of some sort.
Blue Nun. It'll change the way you look at dinner.
What?
Weave a little blue magic. So we're getting fucking American Gangster up in here.
All right.
So we're gonna continue, but here's the fast tracks they have. They're rating their albums.
Oh.
So
what kind of albums are they rating? Oh, they're rating the people that we just talked about.
So, or at least U2. Okay. So Chris Gow, that Garbarina dude, George, all those people are just critics, maybe, and they're writing about music. I don't know.
Let me see that.
They have a rating system.
Let me see this. So
because
the rock meter.
Yeah.
So we have Chris Gow, Garbarini, George Martian Young. This is okay. So
they all got to be critics.
These are those are the critics. Here are the albums. So you have Parton, Ronstadt, Harris trio is Simply Red, Sheila E, U2, and Peter Wolf are the artists. Looks like the worst rating amongst them is Peter Wolf, Come As You Are, bullshit album. I'm upset that Chris Gow is rating U2's Joshua Tree as a 5. That's a solid fucking banger, and everyone else agrees.
I hate U2.
U2 is great.
U2 sucks.
I love U2.
Bono is the biggest piece of shit in the world, and South Park proved it.
Well, he's a piece of shit, but he makes some good songs. Because you know why? I still haven't found what I'm looking for, and he knows it. You know?
I just want Bono on backup. Like, forgiveness. He's saying sorry. And then we have an ad for, what is this? The Refreshist. What the hell is this?
No, it looks like it's a cigarette. That's Salem.
Oh, why does it have a straw coming out?
Because it's refreshing to smoke Salem's.
Oh, okay.
You know, that was my first pack of cigarettes I ever bought when I turned 18.
Really?
Because I didn't know what kind of cigarettes, and my parents already quit smoking. And I remember my mom smoked Salem's. And I was like, well, that's a cigarette you buy. I smoked one cigarette out of it. I threw it away. And I was like, this is stupid. I'll never smoked again.
So then the next thing after this, that's the third cigarette ad, by the way.
Yeah.
No naked ladies yet. So 3-0 cigarette ads over naked women. The next article they're reviewing, or they're talking about the Beastie Boys.
Oh, this is 87. So this is like when they're on the come up.
Yep. So they got probably a little biographical thing on the Beastie Boys. Some more ads. A Corona ad. I know. Ooh. Corona. Oh, they got some movies. What movies?
Yeah, what movies they want to talk about? 87.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club. No, I don't know. It might be before that.
The with nails.
Oh, with
nails McGann.
With nails. Yeah, I've heard of that movie.
What the fuck is that? So I think they have a list of them. Here we go.
The list of the movies that they're gonna.
So the movie scorecard. They got a movie scorecard, right?
You know what's so crazy? Like, what page are you on right now?
25.
25. There's not one lick of nudity in this fucking thing.
No, and the nudity is from the movie.
Just talk about nude scenes probably from the movie.
So the movie scorecard. We're gonna run down these movies real quick, and I want you to tell me how many
boners,
bunnies.
The
scale is 4 bunnies is don't miss. 3 bunnies is good show. 2 bunnies is worth a look, and 1 bunny is forget it.
Is this measuring on the quality of the film or the nudity of the film? What is the metric we're looking at here?
I think it's just the rating of the film.
Oh, okay, got it. So it's out of 4 bunnies?
Yes. Okay. So Angel Heart. Now, I've not seen it, but I've heard good things about it. I can't exactly rate it, but I'm going to give it a solid 2 bunnies at the very least. Okay, 2.5 bunnies. You were pretty on. Okay. What about L'Année des Méduses? It's a French fried beach movie.
French fried beach movie?
That's what it said. That's what the little description they have.
I'm gonna give that a fucking 1 bunny.
That is a 1 bunny.
Yeah, that sounds retarded.
How about The Assault? It's a Nazi-occupied Holland through a glass Darkly, Oscar-winning Best Foreign Film.
Why are these all foreign films? What's the name of it again?
The Assault.
I'll give that. It's got to be better than the French thing, so I'll give it 2.
It's a 3.5.
Get the fuck
It's
out of
almost
here.
a 4-star.
What is this? I got to know what this movie is. What's the name of that
The
again?
Assault.
The Assault. What country is it from?
I don't know. It says it came out in May 87.
1987. Okay, what is this fucking film? The Assault. Yeah, this isn't even English. This is from the Netherlands.
It must be pretty good.
It's what is it? The main character from it's just about World War II and Nazis. Who wants to watch that? That sounds gay. That's the most gayest thing I've heard in this
All right,
whole
the next one is Blind Date. It's Bruce Willis and Kim Basinger, Mostly Wanted. Or Mostly Wasted. I'm sorry. Mostly Wanted, Mostly Wasted.
Blind Date. I'm going to say that's got to be this is when Bruce Willis is still doing like comedies. So this has got to be I've never seen it. I've never even heard of these. Angel Heart is the only one I've heard of so far.
Dude, I haven't heard, I've heard of one movie on this list, I think.
I'll give it 2.
It is a 2.
All right.
Burglar. It's not quite making...
The fuck is this movie?
Burglar. It's
Burglar.
It's the description is not quite making it for Whoopi, but still a giggle. So Whoopi Goldberg was in it.
This Bruce Willis movie, you could tell it's old. He still has a full head of hair.
Right.
All right, wait. Burglar with Whoopi Goldberg?
I don't know if we can go through all these. There's like 30 of them.
I've heard. I know most Whoopi Goldberg. That's got to be a shit movie. I'd give that a fucking 1.
It's a 2. I'm gonna go down to Lethal Weapon.
All right, Lethal Weapon 1.
Yes, they say
it's a 4-bunny movie.
They say underrated, first time around. Sorry, boosted as a nod to zingy Mel Gibson, Danny Glover chemistry. So how many bunnies?
4. That's a 4
it's
bunny.
A 3.
Well, that's the first one. They're not used to him yet.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Let me see here. The other ones, like I think I've heard of some other ones, but look at the other ones. Like there's some like deep cut movies. Like I haven't fucking know these
Angel Heart, Assault, Blind Date. So these I see what's going on here. These all came out in '87.
Yeah.
Oh, Platoon. Okay, that's a pretty well known war movie. I've heard of that. I've never seen it all the way through.
No, me either.
But honestly, I've never seen most of these. Heaven, Hollywood Shuffle, Lethal Weapon I've seen. That's the only one I've actually seen so far. Lily Tomlin is like a one-man show stand-up thing. Making Mr. Right, never heard of that. Memed, My Hawk, never heard of that. Pretty Kill, Project X, never heard of that. Radio Days, never heard of that.
I saw Project X in like the 2010s.
Raising Arizona, I've seen parts of that. That I would say I agree. It's a 4.5 bunny thing.
Oh, they give him. Oh, I was going to say they give more than.
Room with a View, The Secret of My Success. That's a Michael J. Fox film. Never fully seen it. Tin Men, Danny DeVito versus Dreyfus.
I just noticed what's on the other page.
With Nail and I.
It's a ad for a Mexican beer, Tecate.
Oh, it's some Tecate beer. You save $1 on a 6-pack with this coupon.
I wonder if it's still valid.
Try it. Go to the party store and be like, hey, give me my fucking Tecate.
Where's oh yeah. I wonder if I brought this in and like, hey, can I get my $1 off?
Yeah, 87 was not a good year for movies. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, it wasn't.
You know who was in Blind Date, by the way? I looked up the cast. Feeney's in that. Feeney's in
William Daniels?
William Daniels. Blind Date actors. Kim Basinger, John Larroquette, William Daniels.
Wow. An early Feeney appearance.
And, of course, Bruce Willis.
And then, so now they're talking to, I don't know, they're talking about some kind of baseball, but not Wade Boggs yet. Let's see here. Hey, 4th cigarette ad.
Jesus
for
Christ.
Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike is still around?
Well, it's 87.
That's true, yeah.
So I don't know if it's still around. They got some book reviews.
God damn.
Like, they're reviewing everything. Like,
This is just one big commercial.
Here's a sports questionnaire.
See, this. I'm gonna be honest.
Or a trivia.
Now I know why magazines like Penthouse did so well. Is because I remember flipping through Penthouse and it's nudity, fucking pissing. There's like adult little comic strips where it's all like dick jokes. There's like letters, Penthouse forums where people write in their stupid sex stories. It was all fucking sexy shit. Hustler was just too much. Hustler is disgusting. Okay. That's even me now. If you gave me a Hustler of today, I don't know if it still exists, but if
it probably does somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Tanqueray is advertised. Then we got something for men. Then we have AIDS paranoia for women.
Oh, of course,
if you're, if you're paranoid about those AIDS, a CD player. Sony puts a CD player that has an AM/FM tuner, amp, and cassette deck in this space. Look, it could just fit right in there.
You know what's crazy? How little the technology really changed. Because that's for a car, right?
Yeah.
How little the technology really changed. Because it wasn't until I got my first car in 2005, almost 20 years after that ad. And I was fucking ecstatic to have a CD player.
The Alpine.
Yeah. That was it 20 years. That's a long time to dominate what is the driving experience. And now I've got fucking CarPlay.
So this the Playboy Advisor.
Yeah.
First little paragraph. I am worried about contracting a venereal disease during sex. What should I do? Also, I suffer from premature ejaculation.
God damn.
Any suggestions? And finally, I would like to increase the size of my penis. What do you recommend? Bro. This is from JW, New York, New York.
Quit being a fag.
Here are the two answers to your queries. Wear a condom. 2, wear 2 condoms. 3, wear 3 condoms.
No, true. That does work. That does work.
So, I just saw the answer and I didn't really read the thing beforehand. But that was the only one that people answered. Unless that was just a joke. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, that last joke I made was due to the era. It was a different era. It was a retro. It was a retro joke.
Hey, 5th cigarette ad. Kent.
God damn.
Kent cigarettes. So, naked women, 0, 5 cigarette ads. Now we got Dear Playmates. Oh, so they get to write into the people.
Ooh, they get right into who they're jerking it to.
The question of the month is, what is the sexiest part of a man's body? This chick says, who is this? Lori Carr. She was the playmate of December 1986.
Let me guess. It's going to be their intellect. She's going to go intellect.
His eyes.
Okay.
I'm more turned on by a man's personality than by his physical appearance. I think you start to take someone's looks for granted after you've known them for a while, but a man's personality can turn you on indefinitely, and I think a man says a lot with his eyes. He can look into you, or he can basically look past you. Yeah, I can't read, dude. I think it would be hard for a man to look right at me, really look at me, and not be truthful. I'm not fussy about eye color, just the seriousness of his gaze.
Ooh.
Would you like to read another one?
Yeah, let me see. Let me read one of these.
You're a better reader of the bunch.
All right, so what do we got? That was from December. This Lori Carr you read. Let's jump ahead to Cher Butler.
Cher Butler sounds like a winner.
August of '85.
Her numbers her days are numbered.
Yeah, she is. She's numbered, all right. God, I like it all. I'm sorry, but I like it all. Be serious. Okay, let's see. On the face, it has to be the lips, the teeth, the eyes. If he has straight, gorgeous white teeth, it's all over for me. That just sounds like look good. That's all you just said.
Like, I need you to be perfect in every way.
Working down the bod, the chest is next, the biceps, the lats, the traps, the abs, and that just be a fucking model. That's all you're saying. Of course, time.
Be Bobby.
Time hasn't changed.
Tom hasn't changed at all.
Time hasn't changed at all. Where fucking women don't know what they want, And they kind of are retarded. I'm going to be honest. These, they're just as... I'm sorry, ladies, but it's probably because she's on the younger side. I'm assuming she's probably like 22 here.
Right.
A man's legs. Legs? Get out. You don't want a hairy man leg. Nobody wants that. It's disgusting. Nobody wants that stuff. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
If I was a gay male, I'd go all over the legs.
And look at this fucking snake oil for thinning hair. Tell that to Bruce Willis.
Look at this guy, dude. Who the fuck is that guy? Anyway, we'll continue. What is this an ad for? Oh, Johnny Walker Black.
Okay, all right.
Wouldn't have guessed that unless I read that.
Oh, this is the preacher scandal. Jim and Tammy.
Oh, really?
Baker, is it?
Yeah, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker.
This must have been when he got busted.
Praise the Lord, people that love pass the loot, praise the libido.
Yeah, that's when he got in trouble for like paying for hookers and shit.
Oh, man. What the Lord said to Jimmy. I don't want you to sell that trailer. What? All right. Moving on. Yeah, this is...
There's some feedback. People are complaining. Probably like, we want more tits, goddammit.
I mean, I'm on page 43. And
Quit giving me cigarette ads.
AIDS. More AIDS.
The guy writing it probably sounds like me. He's like, I've been smoking 6 packs a day. God damn it. Quit selling me cigarettes. I just want to see Bush. And not the president. Actually, there was Reagan back then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Not the future president.
Yeah, not the vice president.
And the poor man's fifth. Bunch of just like bullshit. Wild turkey.
Wow. Now we're getting to the cheap shit.
Yeah. I mean, there was Tangeray earlier.
That's true, yeah.
Here comes the Wade Boggs article.
Oh, great. That's what everybody's wanting. They paid $3 for this magazine. They're 50 pages in. It's like, yeah, that's what I want is Wade Boggs.
So,
he's got his hard dick in his hand. He's like, that's what I really want to read right now. Worked up.
Wade Boggs was friends with Mr. Perfect.
Oh, really?
And Mr. Perfect saved his life.
Really?
I don't know it might be in this article. I don't know when, like what time frame they were friends.
SummerSlam?
Probably. But I guess Wade Boggs fell out of a tree when they were hunting.
Oh, wow.
And like broke his back and couldn't move. And Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, like carried him like 5 miles.
Jesus.
Number 6.
Ah, Marlboro. They got the nice double page.
Yeah, they paid big money for that. More Wade Boggs, some Jack Daniels.
There we go. Now we got the good shit.
Yeah, you need get a Jack Daniels hat for just $5.
Fuck, that'd be dope. I want that,
dude.
Can I buy one?
Yeah. Hey, call this number for you guys that are out there. Call this number 1-800-537-JACK and ask for your Jack cap for only $5.
Jack Daniels hat. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see if we can get one. I put Jack Daniels hate.
Dude, I thought this... Okay, so look at... I wish I could cover up that. Doesn't that look like a cigarette box? Right there?
It does. Oh,
and it's Adidas.
You don't know what you're
getting.
But it's cologne. People.
And, there's still this questionnaire or this interview with Wade Boggs is going on. I'm now on page 60, and there's not one tit yet. Sorry, I was reading on the Mexicana air flight.
Oh, nice.
Or airline. So we keep going. Here's 50 cents a day for the perfect tan. Man, these ads, man. Like, these magazine ads will get you to do anything.
Dude, there's barely any nudity
Canadian
in this thing.
Club.
Yeah, they're just selling liquor and cigs.
And still Wade Boggs. Oh.
There we go.
Number 7, Newport.
Oh, there he is.
We got to have the Newport in there.
Classic Newport.
I mean, look at it. This dude is like basically giving this chick a German suplex, right, in the water.
Yeah.
And she's got a giant beach ball. And there's no cigarette in sight, but it's just like, smoke Newports.
Yeah, and they're white.
After all, if smoking isn't a pleasure, why bother? Like,
here's the thing. I don't know. I know that like the cliche is like black people smoke Newports.
yeah.
But like, was it always the case, or was there a point in time when it was a white people cigarette and then it
I don't know.
flipped? You know what I'm saying?
We could do a deep dive on that.
Yeah. Just
Get T over here.
get all the black people we know over. Be like,
Yeah.
all right, when did you start smoking Newports?
So the next thing is the Gotti article. The Godfather Walks. It seems like it's a few pages long.
This is probably his first foray with the law.
So meet Ellen Stoll.
Oh,
She is.
I don't like that frizzy hair. I'm not digging the 80s frizzy
So
hair.
she kind of reminds me of. I've been watching Married with Children a lot lately.
Okay.
She kind of reminds me of Marcy.
She does have a Marcy face.
So
You could tell her face is very airbrushed.
yes. So she wrote this letter, Dear Mr. Hugh Hefner. My name is Ellen Stoll. I'm a model/actress who 3 years ago was injured in a tragic auto accident.
Oh my goodness.
At first, I had to given up hope of pursuing my career, but after a few months and a lot of learning, I realized that a wheelchair should not make a difference.
She doesn't have legs. Are they going to show her stumps?
Since that realization, I've been working twice as hard to achieve my career goals, not only for myself, but also to teach society that being disabled does not make a difference. So, you could be disabled and be a woman
Yeah.
and be in a magazine.
All right.
The reason I chose Playboy for this endeavor is that sexuality is the hardest thing for disabled persons to hold on to.
No, I could tell you why she chose Playboy. Because if she would have went to Larry Flint at Hustler, he'd have been like, yeah, just go ahead and
Spread those legs on that
spread
wheelchair.
those legs. He'd probably have like some weird gimmick where like there's a guy sucking on a nub or something.
Or like fucking her with a walker.
Yeah, just with her own cane.
Yeah, that'd be weird. This is not easy to, or this is not to say that they are not capable, but rather the society's emphasis on perfection puts a definite damper on self-esteem. Well, I believe it is time to show society the real story. Anyone can be sexy. It is a matter of how a person feels about himself or herself, and personally, I feel great. Sincerely, Ellen Stoll. So she wrote into Playboy. This was December 16th, 1885.
Oh, wow.
So
2
it did
years
take
ago.
a couple years beforehand. But she's got, this is the first ass we're seeing.
Wow, that's an ass that where the legs don't work.
Yeah. So
Okay. It's a pretty good ass.
you know, like, what the weird job would be? Like, if they were like, Melvin, you got to go over there and adjust your legs in this kind of position. Well, and then she's got, this one with a pearl necklace. Like, this kind of looks like Titanic. Like, paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Yeah.
And, they don't show her legs at all. So, I don't know if she has, I don't think she has stubs, but.
You're tasteful about it.
Yeah, they are very tasteful. There's some nip. So it took us 70 pages. Like
Get
I said
to,
earlier,
yeah,
get
we
to
get a
some-
fucking paraplegic.
Yeah. And
girl.
look, here's her and like feeding someone like a baby bird.
Is she in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
me
that
see
is
that.
her. It says, the caption says, for fun, Ellen rides. For self-protection, she studies martial arts at some hospital.
What kind of martial arts you doing without legs? The fuck?
Instructor Ron Scallon, who earned his 8th degree.
More like Ron Scam. This is a fucking
8th degree
scam.
black belt, is a kung fu san Sue in a wheelchair. He's a wheelchair too.
What are you doing kung fu in a wheelchair? This is the biggest scam ever. Let me see this.
And she's riding a horse above that.
Oh my god.
So, dude,
But I'll be honest. You know what?
wheelchair games.
She's not quite my type. Don't get me wrong. Like if she
She looks like a hotter Marcy Darcy.
yeah. Like, and I know like this was the style back then, so I'm judging it a little unfairly. But this reminds me of the one time I was on a dating site and this girl hit me up and she goes, okay. And then I realized her username was Wheels, something number. And she was...
I'm pretty sure I saw the same chick.
And she's in a wheelchair. And I was like, I was still in my 20s. And I was like, nah.
No, I seen her recently.
She might be still out there.
I seen her recently on a dating app, and I'm like, man, she's got a really cute face.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's a picture of her in her wheelchair, and she's like, I can still have fun or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not with me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like legs.
Yeah, I'd rather be alone than be with a pair of sorry cripples out there.
Yeah, I don't want to date Joe Swanson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But next is the Little Richard, Happy at Last. There's a weird
that's
painting.
A strange drawing. It looks like the drawings of remember the fucking
in elementary school on the wall.
Yeah, there was that fucking the real story, the Three Little Pigs type thing, or the Stinky Cheese Man.
Yeah.
That's Stinky Cheese Man, Little Richard.
Is this Little Richard right here? Is that him?
No.
Who the hell is that guy?
I don't know. This is somebody else.
He looks like fucking Russell Wilson, if you know who that is.
I don't know what that is. Is it a group, or is this going to turn into a porno? Is he going to fuck that lady?
There's just like on the caption, it's just like a bunch of like dollar, like what he's wearing. It's like $425 for this.
Maybe it's just advertising the look.
Yeah,
right.
maybe.
This is just a fashion thing.
Yeah, but I thought it was Little Richard.
No, that's it.
So the next thing is nightlife in the age of AIDS.
Wow.
Like, AIDS is running the country.
People
right
are
now.
scared of AIDS in 87.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous. So they're talking about AIDS for...
They're just letting everybody know. They're like, hey, this ain't a gay disease. Anybody can get it. And everybody was still over there like, yeah, it's fucking gay guys get that shit.
Then they advertise a CD player. You know, that looks pretty nifty.
That probably costs like $1,200.
Dude, guaranteed. Well, like, you remember, I think the wedding singer, he said it cost him like $2 or $5 or some shit.
I believe it.
The weather's fine. I don't know what's going on here. Some hippie shit, story. Like kind of like I think they're making fun of.
So far, we're almost through this magazine. The only nudity we've seen was a woman who doesn't have a function of her legs.
Right, and she's not the centerfold.
The fuck's going on, Hugh? Get your shit together.
So here comes the centerfold, I believe.
Okay.
Or at least this is some chick. She's like a normal model. They're putting pictures of her in like Chicago and shit, like on busy streets. But then you get some nudes.
There we go.
There we go. We got some nudes.
She looks okay.
Yeah, she looks all right. She's got some nice jewelry on, some nice tits.
Yeah.
Her ass is all right. Let's see how many. Yeah, there's a few pages of finally some nudes, some jerking off material.
Yeah, there it is.
And here's the centerfold, I believe.
Is that her?
So
that girl.
The centerfold, Miss July, is Carmen Berg.
Yeah,
Carmen
she looks. I like. She's got a nice thing going on.
Yeah, she dude, her face looks super young.
She's probably like 18, 19.
I know.
That's probably all you had to be.
There is a Carmen Bug. This is her little bio.
Probably 20. She's probably 20. She probably says she's 21, but she's probably not. She's lying.
All right. So she is her bust is 35 inches, her waist is 23 inches, and her hips are 35 inches.
Okay. I don't know what that really means.
Me either. She's 5'7". She's 115 pounds.
Okay.
She was born in 1963.
Holy shit.
And her birthday actually just passed. Is August 17th.
So, by the way, this girl, if she's probably still alive. 63. This lady is like
60 years old.
60 years old.
She just turned 60. She actually just turned 65 days ago. So happy birthday, Carmen Bug.
Her name is Carmen Bug.
Berg. Sorry, B-R-G.
Let's see if I can find a current picture of her. Playboy.
She's from Bismarck, North Dakota, so she probably knows the Palombos.
Oh, nice.
Her ambitions: to take every day of my life as it is, and to trust in God that it is just right, just what it needs to be for me. Okay, that's very plain.
Yeah,
her turn-ons is being loved. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Her turn offs, not being something or appreciated. It's in cursive, I'm sorry. So it's kind of hard to read. Unexpected?
She looks like a Karen now. That's the same one.
Her favorite pastimes are snow skiing, riding horses, and baking.
Oh, wow. Those are great activities.
Her ideal man is a man who loves humor enough to become truly intimate with me. What?
What?
No, that must not say humor. What is that word? Right there.
A man. Let's see here.
It is cursive and it's in like a marker.
Turnoffs, not being respected or appreciated.
Oh, respected was the word.
Favorite pastimes. Okay, ideal man, a man who loves himself enough to become truly intimate with me.
Oh, okay.
Favorite part of the day, I enjoy early mornings, going for walks with my dogs, seeing the sun come up, and taking time to meditate on the day ahead. That sounds boring as shit. I'm sorry, Carmen.
Come on, Carmen, do better.
Things I enjoy giving.
She should have been like playing Mario 3.
Giving of myself to others through time, love, and money. Okay.
Pastimes. I love watching Hulk Hogan slam Andre at WrestleMania 3.
Goodies I want out of life. The material side of me wants a red Porsche, designer clothes, and lots of money. There we go. That's the first honest thing I've read here so far. Wow, they even put her, what she looked like at age 16 in high school. That's a risky move.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, this is her high school graduation at 16 years old. Her first modeling picture at 18. And then 21 and having fun in some island. Yeah, this is... Now, I mean, she's not nude in high school, obviously. That would be illegal. But this is... I would still be like, why would you... Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's like, I don't need to know what you look like a few years ago.
Well, that's the centerfold, Carmen Berg. Look her up. She looks like a Karen, apparently.
Yeah, if it's the same one I found.
So we got Playboy party jokes.
I love Playboy party jokes.
So, we did the episode of, us telling jokes.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any good ones in here. A famous golfer was on trial for beating another golfer senseless. The defendant's attorney appealed to the judge. Your Honor, the plaintiff was drunk and abusive and kept interrupting the game. My client, in desperation, beat him unconscious with a golf club. I see, the judge said, considering the evidence. In how many strokes?
Here, let me see that. That's some good shit. All right. Let's see. The married couple was enjoying a dinner out when the statuesque blonde walked over to their table, exchanging warm greetings with the husband, and walked off. Who was that? The wife demanded. If you must know, he coolly replied. That was my mistress. Your mistress? I want a divorce, says the wife. Are you sure you want to give up a big house in the suburbs, a Mercedes, furs, jewelry, and a vacation home in Mexico, said the husband. They continued dining in silence. Finally, the woman nudged her husband and said, Isn't that Howard over there? Who's he with? He goes, That's his mistress, the husband replied. Oh, she said, taking a bite of dessert. I think ours is cuter. Oh, this shows, by the way, that this joke is out of date, even for 87, but in particular because the joke is, oh, you don't like me dealing with a mistress? That's fine. You can leave and you get nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the case anymore. No. She gets everything now. This joke doesn't work.
Her and the mistress probably get everything.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any?
There's more.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do one more. All right. This looks like a short one. In honor of the world champion New York Giants, bartenders in the Big Apple created a special drink called the Super Bowl Slurp. It's made of vodka and Gatorade and tossed over customers' heads. Get it? Because they Gatorade the coach after.
These jokes are terrible.
It's Playboy. And then they have a picture of like two farmers like telling jokes with a bunch of chickens in the thing. All right.
Oh, it looks like there's some more nudity finally.
Restraint. She's an extraordinary three-dimensional construct, and I'm inclined to disregard caution. Oh, it's like a fictional
Oh, this is a sex story.
Yeah, sex story.
It's probably about bondage.
So we then go to, they're talking about summer, right? They had 20 pages of summer activities. So they got beach ball, what I don't know what the fuck that is. But now they get like just girls like,
is that a Power Wheels up there? Oh, that's a four-wheeler.
That's a four-wheeler. But they got like girls in rafts, naked. They got kayaks. It says the summer's joys and toys, and we're not talking dildos.
God, just selling more stuff.
But like, dude, like this chick in a thong, like chilling on a one of those parasail things. Couple, they got ski.
Well, this was the 80s after all. Everybody was just all about buying things.
Everything you've always wanted to know about beaches.
How much do you need to know about a beach? It's got sand, it's got water. Is there a shark?
Beach blanket bingo. I guess that was a movie.
It sounds like one of those old Elvis
It says
movies.
the beach party gang goes skydiving. That sounds awesome. I don't know. More just shit to do at the beach, I guess.
You know, the old joke about Playboy is like people would be like, oh, some guy, they'd find the guy's Playboy. He's like, oh, no, I just read it for the articles.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's a joke.
Right.
Because it's all fucking articles.
Right.
There ain't nothing in there.
So, yeah, they have the top 10 surfing beaches.
You know what we got to find is a good old copy of Hard 8. That's what we got to find.
Since you're a better reader than me, I want you to read this. I didn't read anything about it. I just want to know what the point is. Read How to Stuff a Wild Pineapple.
How to Stuff a Wild Pineapple. So stuffing a wild pineapple isn't quite the same as stuffing a wild bikini, but each has its points. Note they're not mutually exclusive, so you can enjoy both. But first things first, to make a wild pineapple for two, cut the leafy top off of a large ripe pineapple and have the pineapple crosswise. With a sharp, thin blade, remove the fruit in each half.
Okay.
So it's making...
Never mind. It's making a drink.
Yeah.
I was thinking, because, pineapple is the sign of swingers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If you have, if people have pineapples at their house, decorated, it's like a sign of swingers, that, and pink flamingos in the yard.
Oh, well, next time I have a swingers party, I have to go get some pineapples.
I was wondering if that was a thing. That's why I didn't want to read it first. But then it gets, more nudity. Some chicks making out, kind of. I mean, she's got her mouth on it. Or
Wait,
is that a dude?
That's a dude.
That's a dude. That looks like, okay, never mind.
Very feminine dude.
Yeah, feminine dude got his mouth open on her shoulder.
Cool.
This chick's swimming, what's it called? Backstroke, naked with her tits out. Yeah, here's some nudity. And I hope this isn't a used Playboy.
Yeah.
Because there might be some jizz stains on it.
You can separate the pages. You're good.
But there's some decent, if I was a teenager, I'd be jerking into that if there was no porn. And they're still talking about nightlife with AIDS. Jesus Christ.
God damn, they can't get enough of AIDS.
Budweiser ad. And then Gary Shandling, 20 questions. 20 questions with Gary Shandling.
He was I think he had already up and came at this point, but he was pretty popular.
Was he with he wasn't the other dude on My Two Dads or whatever, or Perfect Strangers?
No, no. I know who you're thinking of. No, he had he was known as a stand-up comedian. He would always be on Johnny Carson, which was still around at the time. And then he ended up getting one of the first hit HBO shows called The Larry Sanders Show, which made fun of the Tonight Show and shit like that.
So the dude I'm thinking about in The Perfect Strangers, wasn't he the original Danny Tanner?
I think so.
And then they got rid of him and got
Actually, you know what's crazy? I just read the Wikipedia on Perfect Strangers the other day because I came across the intro to it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever happened to Perfect Strangers, I guess, was like a huge hit. Mm-hmm. It kicked off the TGIF brand. Yeah. TGIF? Yeah. And the follow-up was Family Matters until Urkel showed up.
Dude, so for Chew, it's
Chew.
It's Bandits, but they have a guy. It's a blurry picture of a guy on a motorcycle, and it says how to enjoy tobacco at 55 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like, listen, when you're riding a motorcycle, you got to get nicotine.
You don't need those sissy cigarettes.
Yeah.
You need some chew. some more sunglasses. We're almost out. We're almost done with the Playboy. Like, it is a lot of ads.
Yeah, there's
talking about AIDS.
A lot of AIDS.
More Wade Boggs shit. Like, I don't know why these articles like continue.
Oh, yeah, what they do is they give you the big part, and if you want to continue, you can read the back because they know they're not going to put ads in the back of the magazine. So they're like, yeah, flip ahead, and it makes you flip through the magazine to get there.
Yeah, and it makes you get past the nudity. I
right.
guess. Today's best condoms available by mail. You can get condoms by mail.
Here's the deal. Cool. I don't use condoms.
No, me
neither. I'm a raw dog and son of a bitch. I've never caught AIDS, and this is 2023. So what did they know? What did they know back then?
So, the last little thing about AIDS.
Okay.
Calm look at AIDS. People visualize AIDS sweeping through singles bars. That sort of transmission has been a minor. At first, I thought mere.
Well. It depends on the singles bar. Well, the reason why it spread more, from what I understood, I might be wrong. This might be some sort of like latent homophobic thing that I just picked up and I'm too dumb to know. But is that because of the anal sex? Because you bleed a little, you tear. That's why.
Yeah, because a doctor told someone that producer Mo, told Mo that he was like, it's almost damn near impossible to get it from vaginal sex.
Yeah. Like you have to catch it at the right time where you get a little bit of period on you, and that's, right. Or if they give you a blowjob, their gums have to have been bleeding or something. Maybe
so that was pretty much the Playboy of July 87.
Wow. I'm going to be honest. I was a little disappointed.
Me too. And, I was hoping that it would, at least talk about shit that I knew.
Because I remember there was one from the 70s that I found. One or two. And I remember as a teenager, I found it, I had it stashed. And there was more nudity in that one than that. Because there was some, and honestly, I think the women looked better in the 70s than the 80s. The 80s, I don't like that 80s look. It's too. I don't like
big hair
the big hair. And there's a lot of airbrushing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks too smoothed out. They went a little too heavy. Where it's like when you look at those girls and they have those shitty Instagram filters on, and you know that they look like shit underneath it.
Well, like growing up, everyone knows I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Like, I never needed a Playboy or anything because the fucking wrestling magazines would just have chicks and thongs and shit anyway.
Oh, yeah,
so I was like, dude, like, I can A, buy this in front of my parents, and B, they'll never fucking second guess anything, except when I took all the pictures out and I had a stash of them and my mom found the stack of pictures. But that was just dumb on me. But
you know what I did? Okay, here's a little trick. So I went and I had like a little notebook. Right. And so I took, I would collect, because this is before I had like regular internet.
Right.
So every now and again, there'd be like a Victoria's Secret catalog would come in. Or sometimes this one was the spicy ones because you'd show a little bit of nip sometimes. Mm-hmm. Is the Fredericks of Hollywood. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
I'm not aware. It
would come in the mail. It was just spam, And it was all about women's life. But Fredericks of Hollywood was more like risque life.
Yeah.
Type of stuff. So I would go and I'd stash those, and then I would take the pictures I liked out of it, and I just rip it out of the thing, and I'd just shove it in the notebook kind of thing, and you like a little stash of them. And then I found this old Playboy, but it was an old relative's Playboy, and I would always have to make sure I try to put it back where I found it. But so then I was like, wait a minute, we got a copier.
Yeah.
So I photocopied the pictures I liked out of that, and then I just took a piece of tape, but I taped it in the thing. So I have my own little personal, porno of shit.
I printed like when we first got the internet. I printed off one picture.
Oh yeah, later once I got internet regularly,
I printed off one picture and my mom found it. And I think it was of like Trish Stratus just like laying on the beach like with her fucking ass out, and I was like, my mom was like, "This is why we got the internet, so you can look at this," and I'm like, "My bad."
No, but
it was all pixelated and shit.
By the time I was downloading pictures from like LimeWire, which is always the safest way.
Yeah.
I was getting like Carmen Electra. I was getting like the Jenna Jameson.
Right. Yeah, this
there's
was
a few others.
this was pre LimeWire Napster. Well, Napster I didn't really use. It was was kind of towards the end of I just went straight to LimeWire, but I always just went to like the WWE site because I'm like, okay, it's a safe site.
Oh, right.
So if my parents find out.
That's why I liked LimeWire, is because you download it and then I would print up and then I delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I had a floppy disk because pictures didn't take up much space. So I'd write it to the floppy disk and I'd delete it off the computer. It was genius until I fucking probably got a bunch of viruses.
I mean, there was a couple times where like my mom would leave for work. Especially like during the summer when you're home all day.
Yeah.
My mom would leave for work. Like 5 to 10 minutes after she left for work, I'd go on LimeWire, fucking download like a fucking porno that would take like fucking like 6 hours to download.
Yeah.
And like I would be waiting for it for all day, and then like I'd be able to jerk off like a half hour before my mom got home.
Yeah, you had to put it in work.
Right. It was like, I can't wait.
Yeah. No, that was I'm gonna be honest, I'm disappointed in that Playboy. I actually want to. Do they even still sell Playboys?
I don't know, but it is kind of cool that like I said, my sister found the month and the year that I was born at like a retro comic book store. So I guess they had like every Playboy.
Because honestly, what I'd like to do.
Because Hef's dead, right?
Hef is.
And that's why
dead?
they're starting to come out with all these documentaries and shit.
Is he dead? He did. He died in 2017. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, there was a period they stopped doing nudity in Playboy. I think they put it back in.
Yeah, they have. I've been watching a couple episodes of the Playboy Murders.
Really?
On HBO, and it's like Holly Madison's in it. She's one of the girls next door.
Yeah.
She was like the main chick.
Yep.
And it's more or less like I'm hoping that it picks up because each episode's a different scenario, or a different thing that happened. But like, I can imagine like there's one that like a dude just fucking shot a chick, like right in like during a party, and they just covered it up because they're like, dude, like,
yeah, we don't need that kind of heat,
right? So, they talk about a lot of crazy shit. One chick's body was found in a suitcase.
Good Lord.
So,
no, that's pretty wild. There's a
I watched that fucking one about Jared from Subway too.
I just watched that.
You just watched that too?
Now, this is a great way to fucking wrap up that we just looked at an old Playboy. Let's talk about Jared the pedophile.
Yes.
So here's my thoughts on the Jared documentary.
I'm kind of curious what you thought of it because I think me and you are going to think very similar to thoughts.
So I was surprised how open and flagrant he was.
Yes.
To just talk to some random chick that apparently he never hooked up with, but he was telling everything about.
Right.
So here's my issue with that chick from Florida.
That the blonde chick?
Yeah, the one that got the recordings of him. So I think that she frames it in a way of, oh, he said he thought high school girls are hot, and I knew right then and there. I was like, I don't think you did.
Right.
I think you were like, oh, it'd be great because I'm in the radio and I'm on the radio, and who knows what kind of like where her job stability was.
Right.
And I guarantee she was like, I'm just going to record all these and save it. She probably hooked up with him. I'm going to be honest. She probably was hooking up with Jared.
I think so too.
Because she's probably some crazy bitch down in, I've met these women that do media. They're fucking crazy.
Right.
And
they're like saleswomen.
Yes, they're very much so. But they're very desperate because if you're not hot, not even talking physically.
She was actually like, I was surprised when they showed pictures of her, like her earlier. Like she was actually good looking.
Yeah.
At one point in her life, and now she's a man beast.
But what I mean is, I'm not even talking about looks. I'm talking about like as far as like ratings and stuff. If you're not like a hot item that people want to listen to, you're gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so I think that she was trying to like stash those. And then eventually she was like, oh, no, I just couldn't deal with this no more, the guilt of it. And I'm like, no, I think you probably needed a Hail Mary for your career. Yeah. And that's just me. There's no evidence that tells me that, but I just don't trust her. No, I'm not saying.
She piggybacked off of him.
Yeah.
Like 100%. And like
absolutely. That's probably why she was in such a rush of like, no, I need to get this out now.
Yeah.
Like it needs to come out now. And but the issue I had was the people they interviewed. There's the two girls of his employee.
Yep.
Which that was pretty fucked up.
Right.
But and I thought it was crazy, even like what was going on with their mom. Like,
yeah,
that's
her mom, like
nuts.
their mom, like completely changed her personality when she met that dude.
Yeah, and she ended up fucking a horse.
Yeah,
like that's fucking crazy. Like this dude just was able to uproot her whole life.
And didn't they say at the end like she was like debating whether to involve her daughters and shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. Honestly, I would like to know more about the guy that worked for Jared than even Jared himself, because it sounded like Jared basically was this little creep, and he had like his little minion go out and like get me little children photos and let me have sex with children. And he would go out there and he would just sit in the silence, and he'd go to Thailand every now and again, and that was it.
Yeah.
He would traveled a bunch for Subway, did his job, and he was probably like really close to the chest, except when he's jaw jagging with his bitch down in Florida. Dude, for him to just be like, to have recordings of him saying, yeah, I like, she's like baiting you. And you're
100%. Like, I'm like, how dumb can you be, dude?
Yeah.
Like, she goes, well, tell me, like the way she would frame the picture or the question, she'd be like, well, how do you think you could do that? And or how do you think we would be able to do that? Or, tell me more. No girl would be like even when me and you have a conversation, it never comes up where it's like you're telling me something, I'm like, oh, tell me more about that.
Yeah.
Like it just those words don't ever come out because you're gonna say it anyway.
Yeah.
And why? Like, you might ask about specific things, but she frames it in like such a casual, like open-ended way. Like, it's not like she's like, oh, so what do you do with these kids, or how do you get that? It's like, oh no, just tell me more, because I don't want to tell anything, or I don't want to expose myself. But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, not funny, but like it was weird that like she was videotaping this and she brings it to the FBI and they're like, yeah, we can't use any of this, like you did this illegally.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
so now
it's entrapment. Yeah,
and now because you did something illegal, now you got to work for us.
Yeah,
like she kind of fucked up with all that. But yeah, I think that I was just amazed, and I didn't realize how long he was a spokesman.
Yeah,
and I was like
15
man,
years.
That
is
over
15.
And honestly, ever since Jared went down, I've never eaten at a Subway. Not because of Jared, but because the quality had just gone down. And I think it just ruined the brand.
I like them showing like the Miz.
Oh, I know. That was all these celebrities. And it's just like, now when you think Subway, and they kept calling him Jared the Subway guy, Jared the Subway guy, Jared the Subway guy. I bet someone at Subway is fucking pulling their hair out. Like, do they have to keep saying,
right? Can
we just move on?
Well, it's crazy too, because he had allegations against him anyway, and like it seemed like Subway kind of like covered it up a little bit until like it really exploded. But like, to find, like, did they tell you like his little friend or whatever, the guy that was working for him?
Yeah.
Were they friends for a long time, or
he met him down in Florida, from what I remember, and he was it was something about, it was because the guy was like a personal trainer or something. And so when Jared was getting his fame for losing all this weight, this guy was a schmoozer and was able to be like, hey.
But like, it's crazy to find someone that's into that shit too. You know what I mean? Like, without being friends, or I wonder, like,
I think that guy was already a perv, and Jared was kind of already a little bit of a perv in his own way. And this guy was like, oh, great. I can run this guy's whole foundation, make a shit ton of money, and all I got to do is let him perv out a little.
Yeah.
And I'm locked in for life with this dude, and I get to have my wife fuck a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's That's probably what he was into, and he's like, yeah.
I think Jared had a text like back to him. He's like, well, when do I get to see the horse cock or whatever the fuck? I'm like, what?
And some of these pictures, they're talking about sharing child pornography. Like, I was waiting for them to be like, talk about like their encrypted system or something. Dude, they're just texting.
Right.
Like, oh, are you fucking retarded? Like, you can pull that from anywhere.
It actually made me think, because I took an edible and I was watching it. I was like, and like just crazy shit was running through my mind. And I'm like, I wonder, like, if, like I was just expecting something from me, like, to come out. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what do I have, though? But what did I have? Like, I use my phone for everything. And I'm like, you know, it's just like, how dumb could you be to be like, you know, like, even if you, like, back in the day when, I'll say, you know, weed. Like, if you're going to go buy weed from somebody back in the day before it was legal, like, you would never, like, text it on the phone.
No.
Like, you would call somebody and be like, hey, man, like, you know, Ben Wallace is playing tonight, right? Or, like, you know, stupid shit, like, whatever.
You got that shit up.
Yeah. You know, and, like, then you would go get your weed. You would never fucking actually say it. Like, how dumb can these fucking people be? In like, a fucking way worse case than fucking just buying weed.
Yeah. Be like, hey, do you have those pics of that 12-year-old that's nude?
Yeah.
Yep, here they all are. Like, you know, it's like, what?
When am I going to be able to pin him down? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
And you know what? Here's the other part is I don't know where that originally aired, but it looked like there was like commercial breaks. They do like the title sequence all the time.
So I believe it was originally on HBO, and I think they did that because I was thinking the same thing. They do it every like 15 minutes, but it would only say like, you know, this involves probably because just in case whoever's watching it, because it can get super uncomfortable.
Or I don't know if they have a plan that shows ads or something. But the part that bothered me, it was like the little like graphic of like all the little TVs, and it had like Jared's creepy face.
And he's like,
and the way, and I was like, where did they get this photo? I was like, oh, they manipulated video of him going from straight face to a smile, but they're like not letting him smile, so he's making this weird, creepy fucking face. Dude, I mean, not that he needed any help, but they made him look like a fucking creep. But they just fucking...
Again, I took an edible while I was watching this, and towards the end, when he's in court and he's walking to the car and everyone's... Dude, imagine what's going through his mind. Yeah. Like, he's like, fuck, dude, like, my life is over. Like...
As soon as they play the tapes that woman had,
right?
Like, oh, I forgot about those conversations.
Right. And he's like, he's got to be thinking, like, man, like, I had it all. Like, I was making millions of dollars for something. But, I mean, he only got 15 years. And I can imagine that they didn't take any of his, like, if he saved his money, they probably didn't take any of his money. It's not like a drug raid where they're going to seize his money.
Yeah, he probably has
he'll
his
probably
money.
be well off when he's out, unless he dies in jail because, you know, people might, I think he's gotten beaten up a couple times.
I've heard something about that.
But dude, what, like, imagine just going, like, the things that would go through your mind, just being like, I fucked up so much that, like, everything's a waste. How can I do this? Look at all these people just judging me right now. Like, fucking A.
It's so crazy. There's a joke that was that, you know, that comedian Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
So he had a joke. He actually said this on Saturday Night Live, surprisingly, like when he hosted it. I was surprised this was on like regular TV when he said this joke. But this was the joke. And honestly, it's he goes something, I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but it's something like, he's like, obviously we all know that, you know, pedophilia is bad. It's wrong. Pedophiles are terrible, awful people. They should be dead, blah, 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 blah. But with that being said, it must feel, he said something along the lines of like, it must feel really good to have sex with a child that you would be willing to do all that. Like, He's like, but it's awful. It's terrible. But it must be like the greatest thing ever.
Right.
For these people to throw their lives away.
But like, even like he was talking to the chick about her kids too. Like,
yeah. Like just, I just don't understand. Like, you're telling me he's Jared from Subway. You're telling me you can't find like, you know, a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
You just pay a 20-year-old just to look young.
Right.
Just if that's what you need to do. Like, you can't operate within the... What is wrong with you?
And I'm actually like, I'm not surprised, but like,
I just don't understand
good
that whole world.
Like,
I don't understand.
Like, I normally wouldn't say something like this, but good for the fucking his wife. Like, she came. She divorced him immediately.
right away.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're a fucking creep.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, I want to know. She probably had like an inkling. She had to have. She had to have. And then that was her thing of like, yeah, no, I'm not going down with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna play dumb, but you got it. Like, you live with this dude. He's being that flagrant with his buddy.
Right.
Like,
and the dude put cameras all over like his daughter's house. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that was interesting. I know that Subway was none too. I'll be honest. When I finished that, did not have a hankering for Subway.
I kind of did.
I had no interest in eating a Subway sandwich. I was like, I'm just gonna go hungry. I'm good. I don't need to eat fresh ever again. Thanks, Jared.
Thanks, Jared from Subway.
Yeah,
Jared
you pedophilic creep.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
you got fogled, all right.
You got fogled right in
What
the
a
ass.
terrible name, by the way. That is the name of it. How did Subway not know he was a pedophile with that name, Jared Fogle? It's like, if you were to say, we got this character in his movie, he's going to be a pedophile that the hero has to go and track down. What's his name going to be? Oh, I don't know, Jared Fogle? That sounds about right.
I love Pam, the second chick that lost all the weight. She's
yeah. She loved him.
She's like, I love Jared.
Yeah, she was like, you knew that she was in love with Jared. And then she was like, I bet, because we never got her reaction to it, I bet she believes he's innocent.
Oh, I bet
she's
so
probably
too.
the type to be like, oh, Jared, he's been wrongfully accused.
Yeah. It was the other guy.
Yeah. She's probably hitting up Subway, be like, I'll be your spokesperson.
I wish they wouldn't have blurred out some of the texts because, like I said, I think he said, like, where can I get that horse dick or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, horse cock. I'm like, what?
It's just so fucking Jared Fogle. That piece of shit. Well, I think we've done it all at this point. We've covered everything you can imagine.
From footlongs to footlongs.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think we have some other episode plans coming up.
Oh, yeah. We got some good stuff.
We have some good stuff. We're going to be reviewing our third album.
Yes.
We did Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
We did, what's his name? Pesci.
Yes.
Vincent.
LaGuardia of Gambiti.
Yep.
Sings for You, something like that.
And next we have, should we tease it? Yeah.
The next album?
Yeah.
Oh, Corpse Smoke.
Yeah, Corpse Smoke. With a special guest of hopefully Sam W.O.
Yeah, hopefully. Because we gotta get an unbiased take on it. Because we know it.
Yeah, we've known it for years.
And we can show you guys this, but I think that obviously your reaction is gonna be different than ours. But we need to get somebody that can represent you, the audience.
Yes.
That doesn't know anything about Corpse Smoke.
And we believe Sam W.O. represents the audience the best.
He does. He really is a man of the people.
And then, we have a tale of love turning into...
Oh, yeah.
Or lust turning into love, turning into bondage, turning into a fatal attraction, not a fatal attraction, but a separation of a couple. We have a lovely young lady coming to describe her unique relationship with her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And much more. We
got a lot more.
So continue to check us out. Melvin Troy, twitch.tv/Melvin Troy. Yep. Don't know if you have a new Twitch schedule.
No, I don't know. I stream when I haven't streamed because this is the first thing I've done with my current voice. So we'll see. It's probably gonna be a couple days because I'm probably gonna need to take a break.
So, but he is Melvin Troy. I am Bobby Caboose. We are the 64-Bit Legends. This is episode 82, if you can believe it. We've made it 82 episodes, and we got a lot more coming. So check us out on social media. Click subscribe. Thanks for the listen, and until next time, what you gonna do, brother? When your best friend and Jared Fogle